Ronan was surprised to see Professor Secret. He could not believe that the little girl floating in front of him was actually a professor. When Professor Secret saw how Ronan looked at her, she told Ronan to not be shocked with her appearance. She told Ronan that she has a young body due to some circumstances. She revealed to Ronan that she is actually over 80 years old. Ronan was shocked to hear this. He believed that she was an 8-year-old girl when he saw her. He asked her about how she is able to have such a young appearance despite being 80. Professor Secret told Ronan that she will discuss the details with him later. She told him to focus on his current problem. Immediately she said this, she snapped her fingers and a magic circle appeared under Ronan's feet. Ronan's body produced different ribbons that had mysterious writings on them. Ronan was shocked to see the magical ribbons. He asked Professor Secret about what they were. Secret was surprised to see so many magical ribbons which were curses. She could not believe that Ronan's body was housing so many curses, including ancient curses which are close to their root of origin. She told Ronan that anybody with average skills won't be able to even dream about touching his curses. Ronan became scared when he heard this. He asked Professor Secret if it is still possible for him to remove the curses. Professor Secret asked Ronan to stop worrying. She told him that the curses are more than she expected, but she can still handle them. Immediately she said this. The magic circle under Ronan's feet began to glow. She told Ronan that she will materialize the curses in his body in an imaginary world within his consciousness. She told Ronan that he only has to do one thing. She asked him to find the root of the curse that binds him and cut it down. Ronan was surprised to hear this. He could not believe that Professor Secret wanted him to cut down a curse. He grabbed the curses that were on his body and asked Professor Secret about how he will be able to identify what he needs to cut. Professor Secret smiled and told Ronan not to worry about it. She told him that he will recognize the curse the moment he comes across it. Immediately she said this. She moved close to Ronan and touched his head. A bright light came out of her hand and Ronan fell into an unknown abyss. When he woke up, he found himself in his imaginary world. When Ronan turned around to look at his surroundings, he saw something shocking. He saw his house. He did not understand what his house was doing in his imaginary world. He wondered if the root of his curse was inside his house. While staring at his house, a young girl passed by his side. The girl told her mother that she is back. Ronan was shocked to hear the girl's voice. He was certain that this voice belonged to his elder sister. The younger version of Iroh ran into the house to see her baby brother in his cradle. She was surprised by how cute Ronan was. She turned around and asked her mother about why her little brother is always sleeping. She asked her mother if Ronan is sick. With a bright smile on their mother's face, she told Iroh that babies need a lot of sleep to grow up well. She told Iroh that if Ronan becomes sick later, she will have to take care of him as his older sister. Iroh was happy to hear this. She told her mother that she will protect her little brother forever. Ronan was in shock to see what was happening in front of him. He was certain that this is something that happened back when he had just been born. He could not believe that the baby in the cradle was actually him. Ronan could not believe that he was actually a baby at some point. He always believed that he had grown up from the moment he was born. Ronan could not believe that he was actually looking at his past self. The entire situation did not make sense to him. While he was looking at the cradle, a man with a dark and ominous aura stepped into the house. Ronan was terrified when he felt the man's energy. He noticed that his body could not move at all. He became curious about the man's identity. Iroh and her mother welcomed the man with a smile on their faces. Ronan was able to hear what his mother and Iroh said, but he could not hear anything the man said. The man told Ronan's mother that he wants to see Ronan. Ronan's mother was happy to hear this. She believed that the man must have been curious about Ronan's face. Ronan's mother told the man that Ronan looks just like him. The man raised his hand, which contained a mysterious energy, and said some words to Ronan's mother. Immediately he said this. He used his mysterious power on her. Immediately he did this. Ronan's mother fell down and lost consciousness. Iroh was surprised to see this. Ronan was shocked to see what was happening. While Iroh was crying for her mother, the man moved close to her and used his powers on her. Iroh also lost consciousness. Ronan was extremely shocked to see this. He called out for his sister in anger. He did not understand why the mysterious man was harming his family. While looking at his sister, Ronan noticed something odd. He saw the man standing next to his cradle with the curses on his hand. The man placed the curse into Ronan's body, and a bright light shined from Ronan's cradle. Ronan became certain that the man must be the root of the curse. He decided that he must cut the man down. The scene shifts, and we see Professor Secret and Elizabeth looking at Ronan's body. Professor Secret was surprised to see how powerful Ronan's curse was. She could not believe that it was able to drain her mana even after she prepared for it. Elizabeth was shocked to hear this. She could not believe that even the almighty Professor Secret believed that a curse was too strong. She asked her professor about the amount of curses that are in Ronan's body. Professor Secret told Elizabeth that there are roughly 10 curses in Ronan's body. Elizabeth was shocked to hear this. She told Professor Secret that her mana must have been drained because she is dealing with 10 curses. Professor Secret told Elizabeth that she is wrong. With a serious look on her face, she told Elizabeth that she is currently dealing with one curse. The scene shifts and we are taken back to Ronan. After the mysterious man placed the curse in Ronan's body, the man said some words to him and turned around. He walked past Irel and her mother. Ronan was annoyed to see this. After the man left the house, Ronan regained his strength. He quickly ran to check on his mother and his elder sister. He called out their names, but no one answered him. After calming down, he realized that Irel and his mother were simply at sleep. He placed his hand on his head and did his best to relax. He believed that there is only one thing to do in this imaginary world, and that is to kill the mysterious man. He cut his door into pieces and ran outside with a look of anger on his face. When he got outside, he noticed something odd. He saw the mysterious man standing outside the house. He asked the man if he was waiting for him. With a serious look on his face, Ronan asked the man if he has any business with him. The man did not respond to Ronan. This made Ronan much more angry. He could not believe that the man actually hurt his family in front of him. He told the man that he will never forgive him. Immediately he said this, he unsheathed his sword and rushed to attack the man. As Ronan moved closer to the man activated his mysterious power. He used his ability to create a sword which he used to block Ronan's attack. Ronan was shocked to see that the man was able to block his attack. He began to attack the man with more energy. Unfortunately for Ronan, the man blocked each one of his attacks. Ronan did not understand what was going on. He could not believe that a mere curse was able to wield a sword. He was more surprised by the fact that the curse was actually beating him. The man used his sword to cut Ronan in different places. After seeing that Ronan was getting weaker, the man used his sword to launch an attack that severely damaged Ronan. Ronan fell to the ground when he received the attack. Ronan could not believe what was happening to him. His sword was not able to even touch the man's skin. Due to the fact that the man did not attack him while he was down, Ronan deduced that the man must not be able to kill him. He realized that the man was asking him to leave the imaginary world. Ronan was annoyed when he understood the man's intentions. He did not want the fight to end in such a horrible manner because he still had a lot of questions to ask the man. He pulled his strength together and tried to get up. After successfully pushing himself up, he screamed at the man. He told the man that he is not yet done with him. Ronan asked the man about why he treated his family in such a horrible way. He told the man that his mother and his sister don't usually show affections to anyone. He told the man that Irel only has such an expression for people she loves. With a look of anger on his face, he called the man a bastard. He deduces that the man must be his father. He asked his father about why he did such a thing to their family. Ronan's father did not respond to Ronan's question. Ronan became annoyed when his father did not respond to him. A red energy began to cover his body. He could not believe that his father was not trying to explain or make any excuses after he treated his family in such a way and placed a curse on Ronan. Ronan closed the gap between him and his father. He placed the red energy into his sword and used it to cut his father's head off. The head began to slowly fade away after it was cut off. Ronan walked up to the head. Ronan used his sword to stab the head before it could fade away completely. He told his father that he will figure out everything by himself. With a menacing look on his face, he told his father to stay out of his body. After his father's body disappeared, Ronan got transported back to reality. He quickly realized that he was in Sephirakio. Professor Secret came to greet Ronan immediately he woke up. She asked him about how he is feeling. Ronan was shocked to see Professor Secret. He asked her about who she was. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 13 of this video, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.